So in this video, we'll be looking at the partial fraction, but the type of the partial fraction that we'll be looking at, it is the one where you're having the denominator which is repeating. So what do we do when you have a denominator that is repeating? A good example that I can give is this one. So you have a constant number there over a denominator which is repeating, like x plus a, then it's squared like that. So since the denominator here, it is repeating twice, this means that the way I'll answer this type of the question is I'll start with is equal to a, then x plus a to the power 1 plus b over x plus a to the power 2. So that is how you answer this type of the question. Then how about if you have a function which is like this? This is x plus or b then to the power 3. So in this situation, when you have something that is like that, if you look at the denominator, it's repeating 3 times. So if it's repeating 3 times, meaning it will be a on top over x plus b to the power 1 plus then b over x plus b to the power 2 plus c over x plus b to the power 3. Then from there, now that's where you get the common what? Denominator. So in short, what's my common denominator here? The one which is common in here, it is this one. So I'll put it this side, so it will be x plus b then to the power 3. Then I'll be multiplying this part times this part, all of it, so meaning that it will be x equal to a. Here we are having 3 of these ones. Then when I remove one of them, it will be I'll have x plus b to the power 2. Then plus here I'm having 2 of these. So if I remove one, meaning I'm gonna have just one of them. So like that, plus this part and that part, they will divide, meaning I will just remain with c. So that is how you come up with the equation when you're dealing with the denominator which is repeating. Okay, now let's go to the examples. So the first example that we have for today is this one. It says resolve 4x minus 3 and x plus 1 to the power 2 into partial fraction. So in this situation, you have 4x minus 3 over x plus 1 to the power 2. So in here, what are the values that are repeating? The denominator is repeating twice. So meaning that I'll start with a over x plus 1 to the power 1 plus then b over x plus 1 to the power 2. So we won't proceed to 3 because it is ending up to 2. So what is the next move that you make? The next move that you make in this situation is the common denominator. What's the common denominator? It is x plus 1 to the power 2. So that is the common denominator. So after you have your denominator, which is that, I'll start multiplying. So I will say x plus 1 squared times this part, all of it. I'll have this part and that part, they will divide, meaning that the answer that I will have, it is just 4x minus 3 equal to, then on this part it will be a like that. When I multiply this part times that part, here we're having 2 of these, here we're having 1. So meaning that one of these, they will cancel. I'll remain with x plus 1 plus, then b, this part and that part they'll divide, I'll just have 1. So this means that I'll have 4x minus 3 equal to a, I'll expand this part, so it will be ax plus a plus b, like that. So that is the equation that you have. Now in here, I'll follow the numbers which is having x and a letter which is having x. So in here, what am I having? I'm having 4x. Here again, I'm having ax. So I'll get this one, I'll equate. Then this part, negative 3, it is a constant. Since negative 3 is a constant, it will be equated to the one which is a constant again. So what you do is you say 4x is equal to ax. Then I'll say negative 3 equal to the one which are constant. We have a and b. So it will be a plus b. Now in this situation, I'll divide by x, I'll divide by x, meaning that a is equal to 4. So in short, my a is 4. Since my a, it is 4, then I need to calculate b using the second equation, which is this side. So it will be negative 3 equal to, so where there is a, I'll put 4 plus b. Then next it will be 3. Then this 4 will come the other side, meaning it will be negative 4 equal to b. Then in short, your answer will be negative 7. So you have found that a is equal to 4, then b is equal to what? Negative 7. Then from that, you go to your equation that you wrote. You wrote 4x minus 3 over x plus 1, 2. Then what's your a? You have a there over x plus 1 to the power 1 plus b over x plus 1 to the power 2. So in this situation, where there's a, I will replace with 4. So in here, there's 4 over x plus 1. Then minus. Why I'm saying minus? Because my b, it is what? Negative. So I'll say minus 7 over x plus 1 to the power 2. So that is the function, or that is the partial fraction which you have been what? Been given. So that is how you answer that question. Okay, now let's go to the second question. So on the second question, you have this function which is here. Now, how do we answer this type of function? So the first thing that you do, let's write, we have x minus 1, then x minus 2 to the power 2, then equal to. So if you look at the denominator on the first number, it is just a linear function. Since it's a linear function, I will just have to say a over x minus 1 plus, I'll go to b. Now on the second function, it's a repeating function, meaning that it will be ax minus 2, like that, to the power 1 plus c over x minus 2 to the power 2. So that is what you do, just like that. Now if I may ask, what is the common denominator? The common denominator is x minus 1 and x minus 2 squared. So that is how you do, just like that. Now this part and this part, when I multiply them, the answer it is 1. 1 times x, I'll have x is equal to. So when I multiply this part times this part, the only thing that I remain with a x minus 2 squared plus then b. So here we're just having one of these, so meaning that if I divide with the other side, here I'll remain with one of these and this one. So it means that I'll have x minus 1, then the other one it will be x minus 2 then plus c. So this part and this part will divide, I'll remain with this. So it will be c like that, x minus 1. So that is the function that we shall use to calculate all the values of a and b and c. So in this situation, when you have something like that, what's the next thing? If I want to calculate the value of a, I'll go to the denominator of a. What is the denominator of a? It is x minus 1. So what I'll do is I'll say let x equal to. So in here we have negative 1. What is the opposite of this? It is positive 1. So meaning that wherever there's x in this equation, I will replace with 1. So let me start. I'll put 1 there equal to, then I have a there, 1 minus 2, then square, plus b there, then 1 minus 1, then 1 minus 2, then plus c, then 1 minus 1. So I'll have 1 equal to, this is a. So 1 minus 2, the answer is negative 1. So it says square. So remember, plus here to be 0, then there it is negative 1, there to be plus, there to be what? 0. So here it will be 0 plus 0. Then this is negative 1. Negative 1 squared, meaning the answer is 1. So here to be 1 plus 0. So here to be 1. So this simplifies that a is equal to 1. So I'll get a. I'll say a is equal to what? 1. Okay. Let's go to the second one to calculate the value of b. So on that, you can't manage to find the value of b. Why can't we manage to find the value of b? We can't use the let method, right, to find the value of b, because you're on b, you're having two things. We're having x minus 1, which is this side, then x minus 2, which is this side. So the let value, it can't work on this method, but it can work on where there's what? C. So where the c there, you are having x minus 2 squared, and we're just having one number like that. So this means that I'll get the opposite of negative 2. So what's the opposite of negative 2? I'll say let x equal to positive what? 2. So I'll have 2 is equal to, so in here, if I put 2 there, it will be 0. If I put 2 there again, it will be 0. So the only thing that I'm remaining with, it is c there, which is 2 minus 1. Then 2 is equal to c like that. Here the answer is 1. Then 2 is equal to c. So the answer c is what? 2. So that is how you answer that particular type of the question. So I have c, which is what? 2. Then let me also go to the other one now. When you're calculating the value of b, this is the situation whereby we need to expand these ones. So for me to expand, it will be x equal to a here, then x minus 2, then x minus 2, plus b, then x minus 1, then x minus 2, then plus c there, x minus 1. So let me expand. So I'll do a there, then x times x, it is x squared, then minus 2x, then minus 2x, then positive 4 like that, plus, then also do b, then x times x, it is x squared minus 2x minus x, then plus 2 like that, plus, then I'll say c there, then x minus 1. I'm just expanding here. So I have just x this side. So x is equal to a there, then x squared minus, so when I add these ones, it will be minus what? 4x plus 4. Then plus b, then x squared minus 3x plus 2. Then plus c, then x minus 1. So I will expand a times ax squared, so it will be ax squared minus 4ax plus 4a plus bx squared minus 3bx plus 2b plus cx minus c. Then I'll write all the like terms together. So all the x squared, let me write all the x squared. So here we have x squared, here you have x squared. So I'm having just a x squared plus b x squared. Then the next one, I'll write my x now. So I have x, where else? X and the x. So I'll have negative 4ax, what next? 3bx, then plus cx. Then from there I have 4a like that, then plus 2b, then minus c. So I have write them in what? In like terms. I've put them in like terms. After doing that, what I will do next is this. So we have x, ax, then bx. So this means that I have a plus b. That's what I'll do. Do we have any value where there's x this side, which is x squared? No. So then I'll put what is equal to 0. Then I'll go on just x. So on just x, I have negative 4 there. 4a, then 3b, then plus c. Then do we have anything that is just having x? Yes, which is just x itself, meaning that there the coefficient is 1. Then the next one, I have 4 like that, a, then plus 2b, then minus c, equal to 0. So that is the one that you are having, just like that. Okay, now let's continue. Now the next thing that I'll do is that I have already found a and c. The only thing that I'm looking for, it is what? B. So this is the only thing that I am looking for. Since that is the only thing that I am looking for there, meaning that this means that this is the only thing that I'm looking for, meaning that I will just need to find the value of what? Of b. So meaning it will be a here plus b equal to 0. So what is the value of a? The value of a, it is 1. So I will get 1 plus b equal to 0. So to be b is equal to negative 1. So that is the value of b. Now here I'll put the value of b, it's negative 1. Okay. After doing that, I need to substitute now on the equation. Let me substitute on the equation. So I'm just rubbing what is here. Okay, now let me substitute on the last part now. So I'll say, what is a? The a, it is 1 over x minus 1. And what is b? The b, it's negative, so it will be negative 1 over x minus 2. And what is c? The c, it is positive, so to over like that. Then you have x minus 2 to the power 2. So this is the answer which they are looking for. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and also comment where you are supposed to comment.